Hello, kindergarten scientists, and welcome back to Science with Mrs. Miller. Today, we are beginning a brand new and exciting unit. In Unit 2, we'll be exploring matter and its interactions. Have you ever heard that word matter before? And I don't mean matter like, what's the matter? In science, we use matter in a different way. And in this BrainPOP Junior video, Moby and Annie will explain to us what matter is.
You might need better tools than that, Moby. That piece of stone is really hard. It's a solid. You know, a solid? It's a kind of matter. What is matter? Matter is all around us. All living and non-living things are made of matter. Yep, those glasses are made of matter. Water is made of matter too. Right, your floaties are filled with matter. We are even made of matter. In fact, everything that takes up space is matter. And all matter has mass too. Like, you're a lot bigger and heavier than me. So your mass is greater than mine. We can sort or classify matter into three main groups: solids, liquids, and gases. What are solids like? A solid is a kind of matter that has its own shape. I see lots of solids here. They look really different from each other because they have different properties. Well, a property is a way to describe matter. Like this towel is soft, fuzzy, and blue. And that diving board is long, white, and made of hard plastic. What are liquids like? Water is a liquid, and it sure is wet. Other liquids can be sticky or slippery. A liquid is a kind of matter that does not have its own shape. It flows and takes the shape of whatever container it's in. When you measure the amount of space something takes up, you find its volume. When we cook, we use measuring cups and spoons to help us measure volume. But your inner tube was filled with air. What are gases like? A gas is like a liquid because it flows and takes the shape of its container. Gases can be invisible or have smells. All right, Moby, you're filling that inner tube up with gas. Air is all around us, and it's made of different gases. What? The sun is made of gases too? You've been to the sun? And you didn't melt? So you see, Moby, that stone is really solid. What are you trying to make anyway?
Thanks for teaching us about the states of matter, Annie and Moby. Now, I have a question for you, kindergarten scientists. Can you name all three states of matter? See if you can name them across your fingers. Annie and Moby just taught us about them. Ready, set, go. Time's up. Let's see if you got them all. Well, there are solids, like for instance, a skateboard, a soccer ball, a screw, a bicycle, a pencil, a tree, a chair, a fire hydrant. This looks like maybe a spatula, a hammer, a ladder. Those are all solids. Solids have their own shape. And then the next one is, you guessed it, liquids. That's right. Rain is a liquid. Milk, water, juice. And the last one. So liquids, by the way. Liquids take up the shape of whatever container they're in. So you see here, I have a water bottle with water in it. But if I were to pour my water into this measuring cup, it would take up the shape of the measuring cup. And then gases. Gases can be invisible. Gases are things like helium that fills up balloons, the air that we breathe. Take a deep breath in and let it out. You are breathing gases. You're breathing in and out gases. Steam or water vapor is also a type of gas. You see this hot tea here? You see the steam rising off of it? That is water turning into gas. Now I have a question for you. What state of matter is milk? What do you think? Is milk a solid, a liquid, or a gas? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Liquid. Yes, it is a liquid. You can pour it and it takes up the shape of whatever container it's in. Do you think we can turn milk into a solid? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Ready, set, go. Thumbs up? We certainly can. What delicious dessert is a solid that is made from milk? Do you know? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. That's right, ice cream. Well, I have some very exciting news for you. We are going to get to make our very own ice cream, turning milk, which is a liquid, into a solid. So here are the materials and ingredients that you will need. All right, you will need a gallon-sized resealable plastic bag. Okay. And then you'll also need a quart-sized resealable plastic bag. So one large plastic bag and one smaller plastic bag. You'll need a half a cup of milk. It can be reduced fat or whole milk. You'll need 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of sugar. You'll need a half teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 trays of ice cubes, or about 20 to 24 cubes. You'll need a bunch of ice. And then you'll need 6 tablespoons of salt. And you also might want to use some winter gloves, because when we make the ice cream, we'll be shaking it up and your hands might get cold. Okay. So check that you have all of those ingredients. Pause the video here. Make sure that you have all of the ingredients, and once you do, you can come back to get started on making your very own ice cream. For our first step, we're going to need to measure 1/2 cup of milk, and we're going to add it to our quart-sized bag. Okay, so I've measured my 1/2 cup of milk, and I'm going to carefully pour it into my bag. For step 2, you're going to add 1.5 to 2 tablespoons, the biggest measuring spoon you have, to the milk in the bag. Now, I like my ice cream sweet, so I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of sugar. If you like it a little bit less sweet, you could do 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. One tablespoon and 2 tablespoons. And you can feel free to pause this video anytime along the way as you make your homemade ice cream. For step 3, we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract to the bag. That will give it some nice flavor. So I'll carefully pour 1/2 teaspoon into the bag. That vanilla smells so good. For step 4, we need to seal the bag. Make sure that you really seal it tight. You don't want anything to leak out. You can even check by turning it upside down. Good. It's completely sealed. Nothing is leaking out. For step 5, we need to add our ice to the gallon-sized bag. Okay, so now we need our large bag. We'll just put our small bag with the milk aside. Take our large bag, open it up. We're going to take our ice. I've already poured mine from my refrigerator into a bowl. And now I will just pour it into my bag. I lost one cube. There we go. For our next step, we need to add 6 tablespoons. Again, remember, that's the biggest measuring spoon that you have. 6 tablespoons of ice to the bag. 6 tablespoons of salt to the bag of ice. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll count my tablespoons as I pour it in. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For your next step, you're going to place the smaller bag, which has the milk mixture in it. You're going to place that inside of the larger bag, and you'll seal the larger bag. Okay, so here's my small bag of milk mixture. I'll put it inside of my larger bag, and then I'm going to seal my larger bag. It's helpful to get the air out. For our final step, while wearing gloves, if you choose, you're going to shake the bags vigorously. That means like really, really hard until the milk turns into ice cream. All right, so watch how I shake. Watch how hard I shake. See how hard I'm shaking? And I want to kind of move it around as I shake it. Turn it all around. Now it's going to take us, I would say, about 5 to 10 minutes to turn this mixture into ice cream. So I thought maybe a little bit of music could help us out here as we're shaking. We can kind of shake to the beat. So I hope you all enjoy. We're going to first listen to Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. As we listen, keep shaking up those bags vigorously. Shake them really, really hard. The harder you shake, the faster it will turn to ice cream. All right, let's check on our ice cream. Let's see how it's looking. Ooh, mine is certainly feeling more like a solid and less like a liquid. I can't pour it anymore, but it's still a little bit melty. So you know what? I'm going to give it a few more minutes, shake it a few more minutes. Are you ready for more shaking? I have another song for us. So make sure before you continue that your small bag is back inside of your large bag and that your large bag is sealed. Get all the air out. That seems to help. Okay. For our next song, we're going to be shaking to a song called Twist and Shout. It's a song by the Beatles. Have you ever heard of the Beatles? Give me a thumbs up if you have. I love the Beatles. They happen to be one of my all-time favorite bands. The Beatles were popular probably when your grandparents were younger. In fact, my mother went to a Beatles concert, which is pretty amazing. So now, get ready because we are about to shake it up, baby. It's time for our final shake stretch. So make it a good one. Shake really, really hard. All right, kindergarten scientists. So let's see if we were able to turn that liquid milk into a solid. Take your bag out. Wow, look at mine. I'm going to empty it into my ice cream bowl here. And look at this. It's no longer a liquid. It is now solid ice cream. And let's make another observation. When we first put the ice cubes into the bag, what state of matter were the ice cubes when we first put them in? Call it out in 3, 2, 1. Yes, they were solid. But now, as you probably noticed, the ice cubes have melted. There's still some solid pieces, but there's a lot of liquid as well. And now for the best step, we get to eat our solid dessert and enjoy. Oh, that is good. Delicious. While you're eating your dessert, I have a song for you to listen to. It's called Matter Chatter, and it's on the different states of matter. I hope you enjoy it while you eat your delicious ice cream.
The stuff of life is matter. Now here's some scientific chatter. I'm gonna give it to you nice and straight. When it comes to matter, there are 3 states: solid or liquid or gas. Solids stay put in a single place. When put in something else, they keep their own shape. Your chair is a solid, and so is a box. Your shirt is a solid, and so are your socks. A table is a solid, and so is your phone. A cookie's a solid, and so is a stone. Can you think of any more solids? The stuff of life is matter. Now here's some scientific chatter. I'm gonna give it to you nice and straight. When it comes to matter, there are 3 states: solid or liquid or gas. Liquids flow when they move around. They take the shape of their container now. Water is a liquid, and so is apple juice. Milk is a liquid, it's good for you. Soda is a liquid, and so is gasoline. Salad dressing is a liquid, you see. Can you think of any more liquids? The stuff of life is matter. Now here's some scientific chatter. I'm gonna give it to you nice and straight. When it comes to matter, there are 3 states: solid or liquid or gas. A gas expands to fill any space. Now a peculiar look may come to your face because sometimes gases are invisible. Let me explain. You can't really see it, but you know it's there. All around you is a gas called air. The helium in a balloon is a gas, and so is the wind as it blows past. Smoke is a gas, and so is steam. You're blowing out gas when you use the AC. Can you think of any more gases? stuff of life is matter. Now here's some scientific chatter. I'm gonna give it to you nice and straight. When it comes to matter, there are three states: solid or liquid or gas. You can classify matter in other ways, like by color or size or texture or shape. Like color: red, white, blue, orange, black, green, brown, yellow, pink, purple, gray. You see, like size: big, small, or medium, skinny or wide, thick or thin. Like texture: spiky or furry or smooth or bumpy or soft or rough or lumpy. Like shape: square, circle, rectangle, star, oval, or triangle, trapezoids and hexagons, diamonds and octagons. The stuff of life is matter. Now here's some scientific chatter. I'm gonna give it to you nice and straight. When it comes to matter, there are three states: solid or liquid or gas.
Thank you, kindergarten scientists, for joining me today for perhaps my very favorite kindergarten science lesson of the year. Oh my goodness, was your ice cream delicious? Mine certainly is. I'll see you all next time. Have a great day. Keep learning, keep observing, and see if you can notice some solids, liquids, and gases all around you. Bye-bye.